Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I am your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Rygal. How you holding up, dude?
Doing pretty well, man. How are you?
Doing all right. Getting ready for 2017. It's almost here. Holy shit, where did the time go?
Let it go away. It's just the worst year ever.
I know, I've heard a lot of people say that.
I'm looking forward to 2017.
I hear you, man. All right, well, let's get right into it. What did you think of Raw this week?
I actually didn't think it was terrible. I really haven't. I mean, I've complained a lot lately, but Raw's beginning to get a little bit better, in my opinion.
They're trying.
Here and there, yeah. Did Foley have his surgery? Is that why he wasn't there?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was kind of curious.
I understood that he was going to be out now until the first of the year.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if he just had like a quick cleanup job done or what he specifically had done, but they said he was going to be back like in January.
I actually really liked Stephanie's little dig at. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. It took me a second to realize what she was talking about, and once it dawned on me, I was like, "Oh my god, she's fucking ruthless." I love her.
And then the other part I really liked, Stephanie getting all hyped up with Roman and Seth talking about the Shield.
Running around and shit, and I'm like, why is she being a super face?
Yeah!
Yeah, that was fucking good. And then she shut that shit down for the rest of the episode. There's one more CM Punk chant, I don't think, for the show.
No.
Shut that shit down, no exceptions. She needed that.
I liked what I saw from Strowman against Seth.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy came in, like I said last week, the guy came in green as goose shit. If he's booked the right way from now until when he actually he could potentially have something. I mean, he has the one thing you can't teach, and that's size.
One thing that really impressed me, and I've said this in other groups, is for a guy his size, his stamina and endurance is very impressive.
You know about him doing the kip up, right?
Yes.
Do you know the story behind that?
No.
I think it started in NXT. Like somebody bet that he couldn't do it, and like bet him a lot of money that he couldn't do it in a match, and he ended up doing it. So he was doing it just to pop the guys, because the people who hadn't seen it didn't believe that a guy his size could do a kip up.
That's cool.
So, I'm sure anybody listening to this knows, but a lot of the time when people go to house shows, because it's not televised, they can get away with just about anything, so they try to pop the crowd, pop the boys as much as possible by doing things in the ring. Did you see that video with Owens and Roman, where he has Roman in a chin lock, and he's Owens is trash talking the crowd so much that Roman Reigns starts laughing and he has to cover his face.
Yeah, he had to cover his face.
He's like, yeah, I made $35,000 in royalties last year. He's sitting there talking to the person in the first row about his contract structure and how much he's made off of royalties.
Dude, that was great.
I was cracking up, and I couldn't hear because the lady who was filming it was talking, but I was like, oh my god, and Roman starts laughing so much that he has both his hands covering his face. I love that shit.
It was great. But no, what I was saying about Strowman is, after the match on Raw when Zayn attacked him, he almost he went into a steady jog or almost run to try to catch Sami Zayn after working for a good 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like most guys his size wouldn't be able to do that.
Man, I couldn't do that.
I know.
So, yeah, I mean, look.
That's what impresses me, with him.
What, his cardio?
Yeah, that he could be that big and still not be winded.
Oh yeah, absolutely. he has a powerlifting background, and there's a lot of breathing involved in powerlifting. So, but yeah, still, I mean, you're completely right. For a guy that big to not gas out is absolutely remarkable.
I gotta tell you, bro, I really, and you know this, me and you used to love Enzo and Cass when they were in NXT, and like when they first came up, and now it's like, okay, you know what I mean?
I'm still on the Cass and Enzo ship, so I can listen to him read the ingredients on the shampoo bottle, and I think it'll take a long time for me to get tired of those two.
You can tell that they're trying to split them, though, don't you think?
That I don't disagree with at all. I think it's becoming very obvious that they're trying to build Cass up. I actually think they're doing it the right way, like him losing so often in so many different ways to Rusev. I think if you have him win, it's just one and done and over, and I don't think that's
I agree with that.
I think he has to lose a whole bunch of times in a whole bunch of different ways for that win to actually mean something, because that's what Angles used to be like.
Like when Sami Zayn finally got his win against Owens.
Yeah, but that's a terrible. They ruined those two, because yes, in every right you should be 100% right, but
WWE just fucked it up.
Bro, they fucking had Owens debut and annihilate him in about 2 seconds after the guy won the title.
Like, how can you recover from this?
Yeah, how do you take that guy seriously the next time? Like we said this at the time. How do you have a competitive match after that? It wasn't like he blindsided him. He just fucking destroyed him. So, I mean, although I know where they're going with the Sami Zayn thing. They're doing the whole Mikey Whipwreck kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I hated it in the beginning. I don't necessarily hate it now. I did not like the whole, we're trading you for Ava Marie thing. Like, I thought that was a little stupid. Make it like Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Make it, like a male talent. That's when it got stupid. Like, you weren't going to trade Sami Zayn for Ava Marie.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I agree with you with the whole... I kind of thought it was like Tommy Dreamer, Mikey Whipwreck, where he's not necessarily going to beat Braun Strowman, but he's never going to, quote, give up.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it past Vince to have Sami somehow pin Strowman.
Well, what they're doing is, if I remember correctly, their match on Monday, this coming Monday, is a last man standing.
Yeah, so I hear that, and I think back to, like, Crush Macho Man from... I forget what event it was, but it was in Madison Square Garden when Macho Man hung Crush up by the legs, so Crush couldn't get up.
There you go.
Or Cena duct taping Batista's legs.
Or when he AA'd Bray Wyatt into like a speaker or something and like sat on top of him and he couldn't get out.
Yeah, something like I don't see Strowman losing as in like being KO'd or whatever, but I wouldn't put it past Vince and company to find a way for Sami to win on a technicality. Like, oh, he's not standing up. He handcuffed his leg to the top rope. He's not standing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Where he doesn't technically get beat, but he does in a way.
Well, yeah, he's not standing. A play on the words. Otherwise, besides that, you can't have Sami Zayn beat Strowman in a last man standing match. Maybe a regular match where it's like a fluky 3 count, like a roll up or something. But
yeah.
To say that Sami Zayn knocked Braun Strowman down for a 10 count, that's kind of stretching it.
No, I completely agree with you.
When the guy's never taken a 3 count at 10 counts, But we'll see. Or it's going to be like Seth Rollins coming in and helping him. Like the Shield through a fucking table thing.
That's possible.
The new Shield with Sami Zayn instead of Dean Ambrose. Can you imagine that he comes out in the El Generico mask with the fucking chest protector on?
El generico numero uno.
Numero uno. I think good. Muy good.
Dude, that would be hysterical.
Not your amigo, say friend. My friend Colt. My friend Colt.
Dude, that is one of the funniest promos ever.
I actually have a really good friend who, me and him are so, like, in the know. Like, you know, I put him in our group as far as in the know, but he kind of fell out of it because he hasn't been hanging out with me as much. Like, we kind of reconnected last year.
Yeah.
He had no idea that Sami Zayn was El Generico.
Oh, wow.
And when I told him that yesterday, he's like, wow. He's like, that just makes me feel a hell of a lot different about Sami Zayn now. He's like, I really, really don't like Sami Zayn. I was like, right? Like, now that you know he was El Generico, like, doesn't it kill anything you felt about Sami Zayn? He's like, yeah, man, it really does, knowing what he's capable of and what they have him doing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I think it's for his best interest right now that maybe people don't know he was El Generico, because this is the second person I told that they're like, oh, like, that really makes me like Sami Zayn less now.
Wow.
So I think that's interesting. That's why I like casual fans, because we're so jaded and we're so in the know that we're skewed.
Yeah, I know what you mean, where we always look at things differently. Like, we can't just enjoy a show.
Exactly, where that's what my buddy does. So I ask him, like, how'd you like 205 Live? Because I'm sitting there like I'm Mark, talking about this, that, and the other thing. And he's talking about, like, well, I really like that Jack Gallagher's theme music.
Oh, no.
I do. I think it's one of the coolest themes in there. That's a do.
It is, but it's just funny that that's how, like, some people think.
That's it, and he doesn't hate Roman Reigns. I mean, he understands why people don't like him, but he's like, you know, it's fine. Him and I were the biggest John Cena fans when John Cena was cool. Now he's more like, yo, that man does more work for sick kids than anybody else. Fuck that. I'll rock a John Cena shirt.
That's funny.
So.
All right, dude. Well, let's move along. What did you think of SmackDown?
It was weird not having Daniel Bryan there and having JBL fill in for Talking Smack, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm so over this whole Ellsworth thing. It seemed to have gone from the great show to the comedy show really fast.
I know. I actually really liked SmackDown this week. I thought they took advantage of that being the last SmackDown of 2016 and kind of almost made it like a mini pay-per-view.
Special, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think American Alpha winning the titles, I think that was shocking.
Yeah. In
a way that, wow, like, I enjoyed that. Like, I enjoyed having no fucking clue that this was going to happen on SmackDown. With no build-up.
No, it almost made you feel like when after that happened, my first thought was, okay, well then maybe they're speeding up having Orton turn on the Wyatts or them break up now.
I'm still thinking it's going to end up being like either Luke and Orton or Bray and Orton as the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
I don't think that...
That'd be interesting.
Plus, or I could see Rowan coming back, because I don't know what his timetable is, and I somehow see it ending up with Luke Harper alone.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing for him.
I mean, Bray's too tied up in this to just pull him out. Orton doesn't really need it, but it's kind of cool because it's such a change. You know what they would do? Do you know what would solidify this? If Randy Orton came out in pants.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anybody in the WWE that has had the same outfit for as long as Orton has.
All right, I'm reading right now. Rowan had surgery in October. He tore his rotator cuff, and he'll be out 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, I wish 4 to 6 months. I'm 3 months and I can't move my fucking arm. Huh. But, alright,
So you're looking, worst case...
2 months from now, 3 months from now. Maybe WrestleMania season.
Yeah, basically.
But how weird would that be, seeing Orton come out in tights?
Yeah.
Like pants tights. He
like
says he
liked... When Daniel Bryan was with the Wyatts, when he used to wear, like, the jumpsuit?
No, I mean like tights. I forgot who he said he liked. Because I just read an interview about that, and he said it's actually something he has been considering, and he wants something because he really likes the stuff that Baron Corbin wears.
Really?
Can you imagine him coming down like that and like fucking
that would be weird.
Denim and leather? But I think it would fit Randy Orton.
Yeah, it would just take like time to get used to it.
But I think that would sell a new gimmick though the best. I think that would really sell the chains the best because I mean he's looked the same since he's like 22 years old with the tights.
Yeah, you have a very valid point.
I mean, in the very beginning, he wore the boy short kind of things. You remember?
Yeah. Like they were almost like kind of like cargo pants.
Yeah, I mean they're like the MMA shorts, but a little bit longer. When his finisher was the fucking was a frog splash off the top rope, bro.
Yeah,
remember the crossbody? The frog splash crossbody.
Yeah. All right, now I want to ask your opinion on this because I really liked the Alexa Bliss Becky Lynch match. Do you think Alexa Bliss legitimately hurt her arm, or was she just double jointed?
Yeah, no. From somebody who has weird joints, I'll tell you exactly what she did. She had her, she's double jointed, and she had her arm bent at such an angle that it looked like it was dislocated. It's just the way she had it to the screen. Because I could do something with my arm where it looks like I'm completely twisting my wrist all the way around, but I'm twisting it on 2 points. You just don't realize it. So it looks like my wrist is completely broken, but it's not.
She did a really good job of like highlighting it and selling it to the camera.
Oh, because I mean, like the next thing she did was violently hook that leg. I mean, was hook the leg with that arm, and somebody who just went through a dislocation, that wouldn't happen. It happened to me at work, and I watched Ronda Rousey say anything to Miesha Tate at the same joint. And there was no, let me hook a leg. It was Miesha Tate in a bowl on the floor holding her arm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's one of the more painful dislocations. And it's not like just a place you're bending it past the point of bending. She would have been completely, like Middix would have been there. You would have heard her screaming through the camera.
Okay. Alright, now the other question everyone's been asking. Who in the hell was the chick under the mask?
You know, to be completely honest, I had it on and I was hearing it, and I heard the whole thing go down. I didn't actually see. Some still pictures I saw, the girl behind the mask looked black. Or looked dark-skinned.
Yeah.
It wasn't, what's her name? Ember Moon.
Yeah.
So maybe it was Tamina?
That's what I was thinking. And then I've heard all kinds of different people, like Naomi, or that Daria chick in NXT.
I don't think it was Naomi, because Naomi has, like, I hate being stereotypical, but she has a kind of defined ass.
Yeah.
And even though that was a very unflattering outfit, there's certain things, like, she has a big ass. I mean, like, I don't mean that as, like...
Yeah, to be ignorant, you're just keeping it real.
Yeah, I mean, her body is of a certain size, and it didn't look like that when she was in the outfit. So, I mean, it didn't look like it was representative of somebody who happens to be thick in the back.
I was wondering if they're going to do something like they did back in the day with Sting and the Black Scorpion, where they have a bunch of different people wear the outfit until they have the person that they want to feud with Becky Lynch actually wear it that night.
That's insanely possible as well. I mean, there's a very good chance that was just a generic local worker.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, to like just keep everyone guessing.
Yeah, they may not know where they want to go with this, or it may end up like that with Emelina.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, but she may not be ready for whatever reason, you know. So, I mean, when you use a hood like that, you know, you can change who it is. Tomorrow, next week, the person could be, 6'8", and nobody would ask a second question. The fans would, but
that's I know exactly what you mean.
So, I'm curious to see where that goes, but, I don't know. It's that division doesn't do much for me on SmackDown.
No, it's very thin.
I do like the new World Tag Team titles, but I think we spoke about that last week.
Yeah. No, you had mentioned that.
I kind of came around to liking the red title. I'm actually looking into buying the stuff that's needed, and because the title I bought is already non-existent because they've changed it.
Yeah.
The one that I got during WrestleMania weekend, I'm just going to make it into the red belt.
There you go.
I found ways to do it, so.
That's awesome, dude. What did you think of the main event with Styles, Corbin, and Ziggler?
I thought it was. I didn't hate Corbin in it, which was very surprising. He actually held his own with those two, and I didn't feel like he was just being carried. I thought for the first time, like, wow, I'm enjoying a match that Baron Corbin is in. So
yeah, the only one thing I noticed is I think he missed his cue when he was supposed to pull Ziggler off of AJ.
Yes, and that probably pissed off a lot of people, including Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
You know why?
No.
Because AJ had a kick out of a super kick.
Oh.
The finish wasn't protected, and for a casual fan, that may not mean anything.
Now I know exactly what you mean now.
Yeah, that'd be like using a tombstone and the person not breaking up the pinfall and somebody having to kick out, or a 3D, like a move that doesn't get kicked out of, but because the fucking guy didn't break up the pin and the match has to continue, either that or you get one of those where the ref's like, 1, 2, and the hand comes down and the guy didn't kick out, and it's like, that's so bad when that happens.
Dude, I saw that at an indie show on Wednesday. It was a chick ref, and she was new, because I hadn't seen her before. And she goes 1, 2, and the guy kicked out, and she actually hit 3.
That's a little bit understandable, saying, well, yeah, I counted 3, but, he kicked out right in time. I mean,
yeah.
Was that the end of the fall, though? Did the match end right there?
No.
Okay. See, that's a little bit more understandable than 1, 2, and you stop the count and the person didn't actually kick out, because that looks hokey as fuck, and it's happened a couple times this year in WWE.
Yeah, you're right. You can't unless you're doing like the Nick Patrick, where you go 1, 2, and then you go like halfway, and then you're like, oh, my shoulder.
Yeah, that's one thing, but I mean, because I could actually see it being sold as it was so close I couldn't stop my hand, but it was a 2 count even though my hand hit 3 times. I could see that, but 1, 2. And there was nobody kicked out, and it's it kills the whole crowd, because the whole crowd's 1, 2, 3, and ref, what the fuck did you just do?
What the fuck happened?
Hi, my name is Kayfabe, and this is wrestling.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
but no, overall, I thought SmackDown had the better show. Oh, speaking of which, I just remembered, I liked the promo that Cena cut. He had a little, edge to him.
Yeah, I actually just watched that yesterday morning, because I saw where he came out at the end with AJ, and did you see Talking Smack afterwards?
No.
He was that broke a lot of walls down, because he was oh, I see people saying I got 1 foot out the door, or that now I'm a part-timer, a lot of things that people, or how people said that Cena was very mad at the Goldberg.
Yes.
Well, he was I see people online saying that I'm mad at the WWE because of booking decisions, and he's I'd love to know how people know this stuff. That was as real as I've seen it, because he brought up real things. And then he actually said, he goes, I said everything to Rock about that, and then he's I am man enough to admit that Rock had it all figured out. Rock was right. He's never have I been so wrong. When he was talking about The Rock leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back and making Hollywood his main home, he said, no, I was really wrong. Rock had it all figured out, and if it wasn't for him, guys like me couldn't do it. So he was that to me surprised the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because he was talking a lot about The Rock before that whole thing happened. That's why it was such a big deal when him and The Rock were in the ring together, because he had talked a lot of shit about The Rock prior to that, about how Rock was a part-timer. So to hear him admit, that he was completely wrong about that, and Rock had it down the right way the entire time, was, I was wow, that's kind of interesting. That was cool to hear.
Yeah, well, the other thing I really liked, if you like him to have an edge, where he was like, I get a title shot at the winner of this match. He's like, you don't like it? Tough. I'm John Cena. I can do what I want.
And I like the fact that he referred to himself as Super Cena.
Yeah.
I like when they do that, when they break enough of the third or the fourth wall down, where it's like, okay, well, we're still touching on realism, because that's what people care about. You know, that's when people are going to go, oh shit, and remember it. The Miz's best promo all year was about real stuff.
Yeah. I
agree. You know, I mean, for a long time, WWE shied away from that. I think it's really good that they're going back to it and doing it the right way.
Yeah, because realism is what sells.
Yeah, but what was your opinion last week on the whole Miz and Renee Young thing?
I really liked it.
So did I.
And I liked it that Miz didn't like mince words, where he's just like, yeah, you're the one sleeping with him.
And that wasn't scripted. He was supposed to say dating.
Yeah.
He caught her really off guard with that.
I actually really liked it that he said that, because it makes it more real, I guess, to me, and comes off that way as opposed to dating.
Yeah, and I really feel like it helps break that wall down a lot faster. Like, all right, well, come on, you know, you have Lana talking without her accent on Total Divas, so I mean, like, you know, you can only keep up so much for a little bit. Yeah, and I think that was like a way of them, because I don't watch it live. Like, I don't watch the new episodes. I don't know if the episodes with Dean Ambrose have started to air already, or if they just began to start airing. But that may be WWE's way of letting their universe know, because not me and you aren't going to sit there and watch Total Divas.
And I was going to say, most casual fans don't know they're dating.
Exactly. Unless they're watching Total Divas, and not every, like, it's mostly, like, a lot of, I know a lot of wrestling fans that their girlfriends watch Total Divas, and they feel like they're watching wrestling, or that they feel like they're in the wrestling universe because of Total Divas.
Yes.
And, you know, people may shit on it, but I know a lot of people who have girlfriends who are willing to go to shows with them now because oh my god, I like the Bellas. Oh my god, I like the Bella Twins. And they spend a lot of money on Bella Twins merchandise, or, like, Natty Nightheart merchandise, and it's like, holy shit, Natty has fans?
Speaking of which, you brought this up from about last week. I enjoyed last week's show as well, because they were spitting fire with their promos, man.
Yeah, which one in particular?
Well, the Miz one that you just spoke of, and then Natty's promo to Nikki.
Yeah, I kind of like that they're really getting real. Or using things that people... Yeah, I think it's smart that WWE is using the misconceptions that their fans already think in storylines.
And I mean, like, you and I both
you only got here because you're hot. You only got here because you slept your way to the top. I think that's good.
And I was going to say, that's interesting because more than not, we know the match is probably going to be the shits.
Yeah.
And that's being kind.
You know what I'm really not a fan of all? You watch 205 Live, right?
Yes.
I don't like the Noam Dar storyline at all. I am moderately offended by it. Basically using Foxy as a reward and not a person. Like, that really bothers me in 2016. That eventually it's going to be fucking Cedric Alexander versus this guy, and she's going to be on the line. Like, that bothers me, and I don't know why.
She's a prize.
Exactly, like, she's a human being, like, and the fact that they have, like, this creepy storyline, like, I don't think storylines like that belong in wrestling.
I understand what you're saying. I just like to hear him talk, because it amuses me to hear him talk.
Oh, yeah, I mean, have him cut promos, but I just think it's a cheap tactic. I mean, like, you have guys that are great, so good that you don't need a storyline to sell what they're going to do in the ring. Why do you need to go to, like, the cheesiest, oldest possible storyline? Like, I like your girl.
Yeah, well, that brings me into 205 Live this week, where they had the match with Tony Nese and Cedric Alexander.
And Gulak was wearing a suit and looked very weird, yes.
Yeah, he really did, didn't he?
Well, he looked weird, but in the way that, like, oh my god, this could fucking work.
No,
like,
I completely agree with you.
Just imagine Mr. Gulak coming out in his suit, cutting a promo every week.
Yeah.
You know, well-spoken, well-dressed, like, just Mr. Gulak to you. Like, I could fucking see that working, other than his, like, urban samurai, whatever the fuck outfit he comes out in. His patchwork coat, which I love.
It was just like, because you talk about that, it was really hokey and cheesy with the Tony Nese, Cedric Alexander thing where Lisa Fox gets, like, thrown out and it's like, you're a liar, and then, like, this weird finish. I'm like, it was really 1980-ish wrestling.
Yeah, and it's bad enough that you're already filming after SmackDown ended, so no one's paying to see that show, basically.
No.
So the people you have there, they have no real. There's no investment for them to stay and enjoy.
There's no emotional investment.
Or financial at that point.
Yeah.
They're like, we got what we paid for. Like, this is just bonus, so it's like, we can leave. Like, we can get home early. Because if they're going to do that on the East Coast, bro, show ends at 10 o'clock. Then I got to sit there till 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it better be damn good.
I mean, I know if it was Raw, that would be different, but it's just like, a lot of these people don't know. I mean, like, I would mark the fuck out if I got to see, a whole episode of 205 Live, but I know these people outside of WWE.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was a blast when we went to Raw. That was a nice surprise. They taped 205 Live right before Raw.
Yeah, see, that's fucking cool. But, like, when you go out to, like, Bismarck, North Dakota, and half these guys have never worked out there, it gets hard,
I agree. Did you...
The crowd... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, like, the crowd is dead, I mean, I don't know.
What I was going to say is, did you hear about the guy on 205 Live? I can't remember who he wrestled. He wrestled Mustafa Ali that blew his knee out.
Is that what happened to him?
Yes.
Because I watched it over again and over and over. You do know when he blows his knee out?
No, but you saw him. It looked like he did it when he
the
guy dropped down. Mustafa Ali dropped down and he went over him because then he came up lame after that.
Happened in the very first move of the fight where the guy throws the kick. Okay. Go back and watch it. Because he throws a weird kick, and you could just see, his whole body halfway through the kick. It looks like a weird kick, and then you could see, his whole leg just locks up. And it wasn't even his kicking leg.
Yeah, and then, they had to, go to the quick finish.
That was bad. And the ref, I give him credit, because the ref kept asking him, you want to continue? And he kept it up, but you could definitely tell something wasn't right.
Yeah. Apparently he blew his knee out, because there's a GoFundMe out there to help him with his medical expenses.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Dangerously is at it again.
Yeah, fucking guy.
Wow,
that's a name.
But I legitimately felt bad for that dude.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
you get your big break and then you blow your knee out.
Throwing a kick, no less, on the leg that you weren't even throwing a kick with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I can see if I could cue it up for you later, and I can give you the exact time where you can see it.
Alright. What did you think of Jack Gallagher with his duel?
But there's nothing that man can't do that I won't enjoy. As corny as it is, I thought that was fucking amazing.
Well, because it's something different.
Yeah, I mean, when gimmicky stuff is done right, I can like it. It's when it becomes so bad that it's oh man, I can't explain this to anybody. I could show that to somebody and be like, here, this is the entertainment side of it, and I wouldn't feel ashamed.
Right.
So,
yeah, I thought it was cool.
And I'm gonna say this now because before anybody else gets on the bandwagon, in case there ever is a bandwagon, from the first time I saw him, I'm a Mustafa Ali mark. I like to say this now so that nobody thinks I'm jumping on the bandwagon later. I'm a Mustafa Ali mark.
Dude, he's phenomenal with that 450 he does.
That, and it was what won it over for me the first time I ever seen him fight. He did some like springboard backflip into a Spanish fly that I was like,
I remember this.
Shit. It was one motion, and that's what got it for me. Like, it wasn't like he got up there balanced. It was seamless. Him and I believe it was Lee Dorado.
Yes.
It was either him or Graham Metalik. It was one of those two.
I want to say it was Dorado, who lives like
10 minutes from now?
Not even an hour from where I live.
Oh, actually, I just got this as a gift. I'm actually going to the WrestlePro show on the 7th with my girl.
I saw that.
Well, I didn't tell nobody.
No, I meant because I was looking on their site and you had checked in or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the only reason I knew.
I was about to say, like, what the fuck? I don't even remember posting about that. But yeah, she got us tickets, so we're gonna go. I think it's her first time coming with me to that, to WrestlePro, and it looks like Heaven's on the marquee. So I'll be happy to see my boy.
That'll be awesome, dude. I gotta tell you too, the main event of 205 Live, Neville and Swan was a amazing match.
Yeah, Neville's so underrated. I like what they're doing with him.
I really like the gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that has some really good legs that go very far. That whole heel Neville.
And he really has the good facial expressions.
Yeah, no, I mean, he has so much experience. I think a lot of people don't realize it, so I think it'll be really cool to see something different from him.
And they basically added another layer of realism there.
With what?
With Neville, where it's like, they called me the man that Gravity forgot, but it was the man that WWE forgot.
The one thing I didn't like, and I forget where it was, I think it was like the backstage interview that they had with him. They turned it into an anti-American gimmick already.
Yes.
Hold on one second, my headphone just fell apart. Hold on, give me 1 second.
No, you're fine, dude.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, one of my headphones is all fucked up, so if I take it off my head, the ear pops off the holder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm looking for a lighter.
It's all good. Alright, well, let's move on. What did you think of NXT this week with the 2-hour special?
I thought it was really cool that they played the whole Osaka event as an NXT. I mean, granted, we saw the main event 3 weeks ago, whenever they aired it. But it was great. I mean, I think it was really, really a good show. I like the fact that they used Tozawa and Tajiri.
That was really cool how they did that. I thought that match was really good.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, I can watch those four wrestle forever. I mean, Tajiri is such a good worker.
And he's coming back now full time.
Yeah. Actually, this week. They were just playing the vignettes for him this week.
Yeah. Which is cool for him and for the young guys, because he could teach them a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. Plus, he's had a hand in so many Japanese feds that a lot of people don't realize.
No.
Yeah, no. He, I believe, was owner of DDT for a while. And DDT is like that company that has like the super heavy metalweight belt, and that's the one where the Ladder has won it, the Dog has won it. That's the one where Kenny Omega wrestles like the 9-year-old girl and the blow-up doll.
Yeah.
DDT Pro Wrestling.
Who is one of my favorite wrestlers, by the way.
Who, the 9-year-old girl or the blow-up doll?
No, Kenny Omega.
Absolutely. I've liked Kenny Omega for so long. I'm so happy he's getting the rub that I'm getting now.
To be perfectly honest with you, and people, they're, I don't want to say WWE marks, but just people in general will say, I'm happy if he doesn't come to WWE. And people are like, well, why would you say that? How can you say that? I'm like, because, like, and he said it, the best in his interview. They're getting so much talent, it's almost like a monopoly in the wrestling business, and not every guy is going to be able to get their little piece of the pie.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And I think it gets to the point that unless something like I was talking about last week, where they're gonna expand internationally and have different talent and different
unless
arts.
they're going to do that, then that's fine.
I mean, imagine like WWE Japan, and you had like say, let's put 20 talents in each. You had WWE Japan, WWE US, and you had WWE like say like Europe. And you have your 20 talents that are exclusive to that. Maybe once a year you have the guys from London or from Europe go to Japan. Have like talent exchange, kind of like how the NWA was.
Yeah.
You have the World Asian Champion come over and have a program for a while.
Kind of like how Ring of Honor and New Japan do from time to time.
Absolutely, talent exchange, but you're exchanging talent within the same company, and you're giving people all over the world a chance to shine. You get a guy.
It would be phenomenal.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what that would take, how much investment that would be, but you get a guy exposed in one territory, and then you send him to another territory with his built-up popularity to get more exposure to make new.
Yeah, it'd be basically like the 17 version of the NWA.
Exactly. So oh my happy. God, I gotta go to that show. Fucking, Nakamura is in the United States for 4 months, and this is the one show he's gonna be at in my area. I
know what you mean. But I'm thrilled for Kenny Omega because he can do his thing overseas now, and they're probably paying him really good money, and he's got the big match coming up at the Wrestling show.
Yeah, that's 5 days away.
You want to see good action? Watch that show.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to find fucking Wrestle Kingdom. I have this year. I need to order New Japan World just for that.
Oh God, yeah. But I enjoyed the NXT show. It's cool how they mixed and matched, like you said, with Tozawa and Tajiri against DIY, which those guys have wrestled probably a bunch of times before.
Yeah, all 4 are big in Japan. So, the other thing that kind of caught me off guard was Biff Busick being so over as he is in Japan. If he wrestled as Biff.
That was a really good match too.
Yeah, the opening match, him and CN. Which I was surprised that they put Busick over.
I know. I just can't get behind a guy with that name.
Oni Lorcan. I mean, at least I'm remembering it now, though. I mean, I'll give it... I don't want to say it's growing on me, because it's not. But it's less and less and less strange the more I hear it.
Yeah.
And the other match that really didn't do much for me was the other women's match. Mainly because I don't really get Liv Morgan, and Aaliyah is so green. She was go watch that match again. Half the match she's laughing and smiling.
Yeah, she's green as you said earlier, green as goose shit.
And she, it's I don't know. It's the whole find the camera. At one point, she looks for the camera, finds the camera, and smiles. But none of that was natural. She looks for the camera, sees it, and then kind of poses her face, and I was like, that was fake as fuck.
Yeah. And
these people in the back have to be sitting there going, oh, fuck, you're never going back on TV again.
And the thing with Liv Morgan, to me, and she's like a poor woman's Carmella. Like a bad ripoff.
I don't see those gimmicks at all the same. Carmella's like a fucking Ginza fucking mafia princess.
I always think of them as the same because it's like North Jersey, New York. It's all like one and the same to me.
Yeah, except that Liv is more hip hop than anything else.
True.
There's nothing Italian about her. She's more like yeah, bah, 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 bah. She's more like DJ Z.
That's true. I don't know. I just find it really irritating.
See, the problem is the Jersey Shore mixed 2 completely different breeds, and now people see them as one and the same.
I
Yeah,
know,
the pa pa
they
pa
killed it
pa,
first.
and the fucking Ginzos.
Yeah, you're not kidding, dude. And for what I read, she debuted on a Raw house show the other day.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with her. And now Sasha supposedly wants to go to SmackDown.
That's weird, isn't it?
Somebody posted a picture of her with the title saying, "Here's a picture of you and the little boss." You know, like something about like you having the little boss back again. And she's like, "Well, I hope it's blue this time."
Huh.
And she put like the eye rolly emoji, which definitely made it seem like she was throwing shade at WWE.
Wow. Well, the rumor going around is that Vince doesn't see money in her.
Well, I don't know.
But you know how that is. It's only a rumor.
No, I've heard that too. I mean, it would make sense for them to keep taking the title off of her. I mean, but why keep putting it on her? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, if you're that sure, like, why keep...
I think they should have just turned Sasha heel and kept her heel because she's better as a heel.
Yeah. I think I read somewhere that if they keep this up with Sasha, with Charlotte, by the time she has as many years as Rick, she's going to be like a 250-something time champion.
Yeah.
The 218-time
You remember
woman
Big E
champion.
got heat for saying something like that?
No.
When they were cutting a promo on, it wasn't this week, it was last week's Raw. They were saying about how, they're going to get their, I forget how exactly he worded it, but it was like, in time, we're going to get our titles back and be the 3-time, tag team champions. And then he's like, and then Charlotte will be the 15-time champion in the next month.
Oh, okay.
Or something to that effect. So apparently the guys in the back didn't like that. Which I don't understand why, because it's the truth.
It's possible.
Oh, this is the other funny thing I forgot to tell you. This is, you notice how they're calling Roman Reigns the big dog now?
They have for a long time.
Have they? That shows you how much I don't pay attention.
Yeah, they've been saying that since the Shield broke up.
Okay, well, what I did is, and you'll know when I tell you this, I went on Twitter and I messaged Rhett Titus from Ring of Honor, and I said, they keep mentioning the big dog on Monday Night Raw, but I don't see Rhett Titus anywhere.
I don't get the reference.
That's his, gimmick. He calls himself the big dog.
I've never heard that.
That's his new shtick that he has in Ring of Honor, in that, because he's with in a stable now with Kenny King.
I haven't followed Ring of Honor in a long time. I don't get it anywhere on TV, so...
No, you don't get it?
Nope. We're not anywhere near a Sinclair station.
Okay, because we get it down here on, some weird time on, Saturdays or Friday nights.
And I'm 99% sure it's not on here. I used to see it sometimes when I'd go down to Baltimore, because it's all over Baltimore.
Is it really?
Yeah. It would be on, 5 times a week.
Holy cow.
Yeah, bro. It would be on in the mornings, on the weekends, on both weekend days, and it'd be on nighttime some random during the week. Because I would record it occasionally, and it was after not going there for 3 weeks, it was 16 episodes, and it was 3 weeks worth of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, and that was during the whole Scum angle. When he was there, the Scum with,
Yeah.
Kevin Steen, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When I looked right at fucking Matt Hardy's face and told him, I hope you drop dead.
What did he say?
Nothing, he just looked right in my face.
That's funny. I bet that was fun. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I wanted to get your opinion on the two main, since you know the two main fights of UFC 207 tonight.
I think they're going to be good fights. I would like to see Garbrandt beat Cruz. I don't think it's going to happen. And I think Rousey is going to get destroyed.
Do you really?
Yeah. Mainly because Amanda Nunes has been training to fight Ronda Rousey since she came into the UFC, because Ronda was the one everybody had to beat. Ronda's just coming back from having a year off. She's fragile. Anybody who talks about committing suicide because they lost a fight is fragile.
They didn't let her. They didn't. What's the word I'm looking for? She didn't have to do the media stuff.
She blacked out the media, and
which I don't think Dana White has ever done for any competitor.
It's not Dana White. Dana White doesn't. He's just a figurehead. It's the owners who never won before, and now the new owners are a little bit more relaxed with that. Dana White's just a figurehead. He doesn't really make any decisions. He's like the puppet.
But so. I think if she loses, this is it.
Oh, absolutely. I think tonight's the end of Ronda Rousey's career.
Yeah, because if she gets beat, I don't think she'll ever return to mixed martial arts.
No.
I don't think she'll be able to handle it. To be perfectly honest with you, if she couldn't handle one loss, how she's going to handle back-to-back?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going to end up happening. But I really see her losing tonight. Whatchamacallit, Amanda Nunes has a ridiculous power. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be.
I'm not super familiar with her, so that's why I was asking you.
She beat the hell out of Miesha Tate handily.
Wasn't it the one that Miesha Tate retired after that fight?
No, Tate had one more fight after that. I am 99% sure.
Okay.
But yeah, she just beat the fuck out of Tate so badly that the next fight Tate retired.
Wow.
And Miesha said, she goes, look, I've never been hit as hard as I was hit by Amanda.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, she's a boxer. She's stand-up first, and she's Brazilian, so they're built a certain way. If you look at a lot of the Brazilians, they are just built very stocky, very thick.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna win. Although I'd be very happy to see Garbrandt, but I would put a little bit of money on Nunes. But I live in New York, and I can't bet.
You told me this before with Ronda Rousey. You told me for weeks that Holly Holm was going to beat her.
Yeah, I'm a little less certain on this one, but I just look at it like Amanda Nunes really had been training to fight Rousey since she came into the division. That's what everybody was training for. Was eventually I'm going to have to fight Ronda Rousey. And when remember, she's gone 13 months. That's it. In that time, the belt has gone from Rousey to Holm, from Holm to Tate, from Tate to Nunes. So a lot of these girls are still in the mindset of, we had to train for Ronda.
And I almost feel and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me, since Ronda got beat, it's almost like this layer of invincibility with her is gone.
Absolutely. And I think that she hindered that very much so by taking a year off. Because look, McGregor had that air of invulnerability. He lost, and he was back fighting the guy he lost against within a couple of weeks.
I give McGregor credit for all the shit he talks. He can back it up.
Every single time I watch a fight, I expect him to lose, and then he wins. So he's winning me over, talent-wise.
He's a tough son of a bitch.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I thought, and I got to give Diaz credit in that first fight, I thought he knocked him, like, senseless in the beginning of that fight, and he came back and beat him.
Yep.
You know, it was just, but that's kind of like McGregor and Ronda Rousey are basically their cash cow right now. UFC.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless Rousey loses, and then that's gone.
And then they're screwed, yeah, because then it's just McGregor.
And then McGregor just walks around basically saying, "You kept building me and her up, and I'm the last one standing. Like, now pay me."
And he's got a valid point.
Yeah, because they had other guys as well. What the fuck? Sage Northcutt was supposed to be another one. He's had a number of pretty big losses. Paige Van Zandt was another one who's had a couple of losses. And like these people who were supposed to be like the golden child, like I think Ronda, Conor, and the two I just mentioned all lost within 4 months of each other, and they were all undefeated beforehand.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so Conor capitalized. He went up a class and he won another title. So I mean, if anything, like his loss, like nobody remembers the fact that he lost. That's all people remember about Ronda, and the fact that she got so fucking butthurt by people not liking her. But bitch, you walk around saying I'm a heel, I'm a heel. That's why I call myself Rowdy, because you know I'm a heel, I'm a heel. Like she has said those words, I'm a heel. Like okay, well. When heels lose, people cheer. Like, you asked for this.
No, I agree with you. Before we get out of here, everybody, I have a little bit of breaking news for you as well for next week when you go to see WrestlePro. WrestlePro just announced a 4-way match with the debuting Lio Rush.
I am looking right at it right now on my PC screen. It's so funny.
Yeah, I was like scrolling through something and I was like, because your buddy Craven posted it.
Yeah, I have it posted by WrestlePro, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this doesn't look terrible. I mean, not really any big names on the card.
I'm a huge Lio Rush fan.
So am I.
Kid
so am I very much so.
Ridiculously talented for only being in the business like 2 or 3 years.
My only issue is I'm gonna have to see fucking Hornswoggle. And I see whatchamacallit's gonna be on this show. My best friend in the whole wide world.
Who's that?
Joey Janela.
Is he really? I thought they weren't using him till March. Or not March, February.
Pretty sure that's him on the poster.
Huh. That's interesting. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but oh my god, fucking Brandy Rhodes is incredible. Oh my god, she's amazing.
On that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and we'll see you back next week. Have a good night, everybody.